Welcome, my name is Roman Trötschl. I'm a professor of social and organizational psychology at Leuphana University of Lüneburg, and my special research focus is on the psychology of negotiations. I am pleased to announce a new online course at Leuphana Digital School. This course provides a psychological perspective on the important topic of commons. As such, it shows how the psychology of negotiations can help to reach sustainable agreements when people are faced with social conflicts on shared resources. Please watch this short film to learn more about this exciting course.
One of the greatest challenges that society is facing today is the sustainable use of commons like natural resources as fresh water, unspoiled land, or clean air. The negligent handling of shared resources has led to many problems such as overfishing, deforestation, and air pollution. But not only on a global, but also on a national, regional, and local level, people are faced with the challenge to create, maintain, and sustainably use shared resources. And the more local the context of commoning is, the more people have an impact. The shared use of resources held in common is deeply rooted in human social behavior. For hundreds of years, people have worked on communal fields to create public goods together. The sharing of resources continues today. However, in today's communities, we deal with resources such as jointly used cars, communal playgrounds, or even the development of an open online encyclopedia. On a descriptive level, the sharing of commons can be illustrated, somewhat simplified, through a cake which everyone wants to eat. First, however, everyone must also contribute ingredients to create the cake. But how do we agree on who contributes what and how much to the cake? And then, how do we distribute the slices of the cake once the cake has been created? When people share commons, they often start to negotiate. On a global level, an illustrative example for negotiations on commons can be found in the recurring climate conferences. However, where we can immediately make a difference is on the local level, whenever we start to share resources with others. Like Lisa, Susan, and Michael, who want to share a car, which helps them protect the environment and save money at the same time. They find it easy to negotiate the distribution of the use of the car. However, they start to argue whenever the negotiation turns on their individual contributions, such as paying the bill for car maintenance. From a psychological perspective, there are several processes that affect people's perceptions and behaviors in negotiations on commons, as you can see in our car-sharing example. For instance, one very fundamental psychological process in negotiations on commons is people's resistance to cooperation whenever they psychologically perceive losses, such as the distribution of costs in the car-sharing example. No matter if the negotiation is on car sharing, open source software, shared land, or fresh water, participants in this online course can acquire knowledge about psychological processes in dealing with commons. Based on recent psychological research, a new approach to negotiations was developed at Leuphana University and is now being applied to the field of commons. This approach provides negotiators with strategies that help them to reach sustainable agreements. This approach is called Resource-Oriented Negotiation, or for short, RON. At the center of this course, you'll learn the so-called AAA technique: analyze, augment, and allocate resources in negotiations on commons. On closer consideration, you'll notice that this online course itself is all about the contribution and distribution of shared knowledge. Or, in other words, this online course represents a specific type of commons. You'll collaborate online with an international and intercultural team, with whom you'll work on 6 challenging and enriching assignments, and continuously share and reflect your ideas with the large course community. You, the participants, will establish the course. The Leuphana Digital School team, scholars, mentors, and tutors will support your efforts to ensure the best learning conditions.
To sum it up, would you like to look at the field of commons from the perspective of psychology? Would you like to gain psychological skills to negotiate sustainable agreements? And do you want to work in diverse and intercultural teams and to benefit from collaborative learning experiences? If this sounds interesting to you, then sign up for Leuphana Digital School's new online course. We look forward to meeting you online.